Do-do. Hey everyone, listen, I wasn't able to finish my live yesterday about ILT, so I'm actually going to give it another round today. So if you can hear me okay, if you can hear and see me okay, give me a favor, drop a 2 in the comments so I can know that you hear and see me okay. And then, hey, let me know where you're tuning in from, where you are in the world, where you're tuning in from. I like to see where my audience is. And like I said, I'm going to dive into ILT again today because I kind of got cut short yesterday. Had to end the live a little sooner than I'd rather. So first off, who here knows what ILT means right off the bat, and who's willing to give it a try? Just guess what ILT is. Let's just go off the first word. What do you think I stands for in ILT? And specifically, we're talking about making an income online or doing anything in the entrepreneurial space using the internet, because this acronym actually is incredibly important for anybody that wants to earn an income online or do anything online. I don't care if it's a YouTube channel, I don't care if it's making something here on TikTok or Instagram or something other social media, or even just selling something. You really have to understand what this is, and it will really help you. And even if you have an idea and you want to try something on your own, this will help you. This is extremely helpful. So who here knows what ILT means? I covered it yesterday, and I got cut a little short, but I wanted to get on and today and get through it. Hi, Tarka? I think Taka? I'm not sure quite how to say your name. How do you say your name? Not sure how to say that. But anyways, who wants to take a guess at what ILT means? Yaza? Yaza Lupa. Is that your name, Yaza? Baal. Hey, great. Thanks for joining my live. Thanks for coming on. So, hey, anyways, ILT, we're going to get started. And the first letter is I, and it stands for invest. It stands for invest. And it doesn't mean what you think. I know everybody's like, oh my goodness, invest. No, I can't invest any money. Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about investing your time. Sometimes money, but your time, really, your time. Because if you invest in yourself, who here knows who Jim Rohn is? Anybody here know who Jim Rohn is? If you don't know who Jim Rohn is, literally that should be your homework. Go look up who Jim Rohn is and watch some of his videos. I'm just telling you right now. Matter of fact, I even have one on my YouTube. If you go to successlessleroy.com or you go to my profile and click on my YouTube, I actually have one of his videos that's incredibly important for anybody that wants to learn how to earn an income online or do anything online. And I know, it kind of drags out. People are like, oh my goodness, we have to learn things, we have to do things. Well, listen, like I said, that very first word in ILT is invest. Invest your time, sometimes money, and then that brings us into the second letter, which is L, and learn something. Learn a new skill. Who here knows how to actually learn something? When you can say, I've learned how to do this. There's a scientific steps that you have to take to be able to say, I learned how to do this. And the more you learn something, the more it ends up becoming into a habit. Think about a job. When you start a new job, do you know how every aspect about it day one? No, you're nervous as hell, right? You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how everything about it. You can't. And it sucks, because you're the new guy. You don't know your place. You haven't kind of found your lane yet. Well, it's the same way with anything else. So you gotta not be so hard on yourself, because you gotta take time to learn. Okay. Life and works at church. Hey, thanks for your comment. Thanks for letting me know what you're doing and where you're at and what you're doing. That's cool. That's a good thing to do. But anyways, invest, learn, teach. That's the ILT, and we're covering each one. So the first one is invest your time, sometimes money. Number 2, learn a skill, and then teach that to somebody else. And it can be really simple. And I'm going to give you an example of how simple this is when you apply it to making money online or doing something online that's going to be profitable for you. Okay, it can be as simple as you deciding that you want to do something that makes you excited. Okay, and whether that is, growing things or having a hobby or, whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is. If there's something that you like to do that gets you excited, then you learn that, and then you show that to other people and teach them how to do it. They'll be grateful. and people will pay you for the value. Hey, Tom, thanks for joining. So people will pay you for that value. So that's why ILT is so important. So you invest your time, sometimes money, you learn a new skill, right? Whatever that skill is. And it could be a skill as easy as something that you repeat every day. You go out and you wash your car every single day. That becomes a skill. You get at it. You decide you want to invest your time in washing cars, something so simple. You could then go out and make a video on that and show people. You'll probably teach them something that they didn't know. They'll be grateful and they'll be thankful and they'll show it to you. And I'm gonna go into the gaming world because I like to play games. It's just something about me. Who here has something they like to do, maybe a guilty pleasure? Me, I'm 30 years old, whatever. I like to play games. I play games online. But here's something that you can do. See, everybody thinks that when you start a gaming channel, you need to actually, sit there and let people watch you play the whole time, and then they get interested, and it takes a long time. You got to post videos every single day, and then you eventually get a following, and then eventually you get paid for it, and then eventually you can make money at it. And yeah, that's one way to do it. But I'm showing you how to apply what I'm telling you about. Invest, learn, teach. Apply that to something as simple as playing games. Okay? So let's say you play a game and like a new expansion comes out or a new something comes out and something irritates you, right? Or you figure out something about it. Like, hey, if I go to this one spot in this game, I learned that I can get, gear and experience and money or whatever it is from this one spot. And I'm going to share that with other people. The first thing you got to realize when you want to earn money online is it's not all about you. If you're 100% focused on that next dollar, that next sale, you're not going to be successful. I'm just here to tell you right now. But if you can change that focus to helping other people and helping them succeed, then you'll start to see results. And it actually gets to be really fun. When you can change from, oh my goodness, I absolutely need this money and I need this next sale, to I'm going to help somebody else get their next sale, or I'm going to help somebody else figure something else out that's been troubling them, you will start to be then providing value. And that's really what people pay for. People pay for value. So anyways, back to doing a YouTube channel on gaming. So let's say, like I said, new expansion comes out, something that you learned that's interesting, that gets you excited, like, oh my goodness, that's bugged me for a long time. I'm glad I figured that out. Take the time to screen record that on your computer. If you don't know how, we live in a world where literally you can type anything into Google and you can learn how to do it, right? But learn how to record yourself doing that one thing that you learned and then teach it to somebody. It can be as short as a 5-minute video to just be like, hey guys, look on the map, here's where you go, here's what you do, this is how you solve this problem, and set it out there. And that's it. Make a video like that every once in a while, and your channel will grow, your experience will grow, and people will start thanking you for simply providing value. Making money online is no different, and it starts with your mindset. It starts with what you invest your time into. Yes, it's going to take a little time and effort, because here's the biggest mistake that people make when they decide they want to try a side hustle, when they decide they want to try something online and earn a little bit of money on the side. The biggest mistake that they make is thinking that it's instant. Thinking that there is something out there that you could instantly apply a little bit of time or money to, and it's going to instantly replace your job or instantly replace your income. It does not work that way. Now, in a job, you get paid for an hour, by the hour, and that's it. You're done. Do I send a lion? I'm not sure what that means, 702 Junior. But anyways, when you work a full-time job and you're paid by the hour, you get paid for that hour, and that's it. You're done. That's it. And if you work that same job for 25 years, yeah, you might get a 2% raise or a 3% raise, but you can't go to your boss and be like, hey, I need a $60,000 raise this year. It's not going to happen. They're going to laugh at you because they're keeping most of the money for themselves. They got to run a business to run. They have their own dreams to build. But if you go into the entrepreneurial world and you decide to do something on your own terms in your own way, right, then you can decide how much you make. How many here, if money wasn't an issue, right, if I was actually going to write you a check, and I said, hey, how much do you want to be paid next month? What a dollar amount would that be? Let me know in the comments. If I was like, hey, I will pay your salary next month, what do you want it to be? And I write you that check, what would it be? Most people choose between, $3,000 and $8,000. What number are you going to choose? Let me know in the comments. Hey, Willie, thanks for joining. Hey, we're asking people to let me know in the comments how much they'd want to get paid next month if I actually just wrote you a check and said, hey, this is what I'm paying you next month. How much would you want to earn? What are your dreams for earning a monthly income? What would you want? Hey, thanks for the comment. Uh, so let's just throw a ballpark out there and say $5,000, right? If you went to your boss and said, "Hey, I need $5,000 raise next month," that's not going to happen. But in the online world, if you put in the time and effort following a proven system, you can make that happen. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to take you a lot of time. And it doesn't mean you have to have all of these skills. Because with what I teach and show you right here on my YouTube channel, you go to successwithleroy.com, you'll take you to my YouTube channel. I show you exactly how to do this. And it doesn't take a long time. It doesn't matter if you don't have technical skills. It doesn't matter if you're old. Listen, I have a story I got to tell you right now. I'm sorry. I got to split. I got to tell you this story, okay? I'm going to jump trees a little bit. There's a lady, and I have a comment on my TikTok that they're like, "Will you please tell us how to make money in Africa?" Well, that's the cool thing. What I do is worldwide. And this lady that I'm telling you about on my team, she's actually from Africa, okay? She got on this morning, which for her time it was late at night. She got on this morning, and she started like a month ago, okay? And she's making 10 sales a day, which computes out to be a few $1,000s a month, literally in just a month worth of effort, all right? And she lives in Africa. She doesn't live in the United States. But here's the thing is she stopped thinking about just herself and what she can do in her poor country. And she started thinking, hey, online is bigger than that. Online is bigger than that. I don't have to go after family and friends and people that I know in my own little circle and make a list like all these other crap that doesn't work out there or outdated practices, right? I can actually use the power of the internet and social media to get my outreach out there following a proven formula and steps that work and get people to come to me, right? And at first she didn't really work. At first it didn't really work. First it sucked, right? Like anything else. You start a job, you suck at it. You don't know how to do everything. But if you start following the proven steps to success, like a formula, right? There's a formula that you can follow. Like instead of copying the same thing that everybody else is doing, that doesn't work either, right? Because then you just flood it. And then everybody's like, oh my goodness, this again, right? But if you're following a formula, which I teach you a 4-point formula to make yourself money online, okay? And yes, you can access in Africa. I have people come on my comments all the time in Africa. They have internet access. It's worldwide, man. The World Wide Web. You can access in a different country. Listen, what I do is accessible in 160 different countries. And I have people all over. I had a guy from France and Australia start the other day. It's really, really cool. Anyways, and what I teach is how to use the power of social media and free advertising. So it's not even going to cost you for advertising, and you don't have to even pay for a course. You're not paying for training, because I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of people actually gouging everybody for, oh my goodness, this is how you want to make money online. You got to go buy this course, right? And then that course, you're dropped like a rock. You don't know what you're doing, and you're lost. And you have to read all this stuff, and then it gets frustrating, and then you get information overwhelming, and you can't continue. How many people have felt that before? They tried something online, and then they got thrown a course, and then they get left on their own. And then even worse, you get going like day 2 or 3, and they're like, oh yeah, you got to drop like 10 grand before you can actually make any real money, or 5 grand or whatever it is. No, that's just systems selling systems. They don't care. They really just want their money. And they're not actually out to help you. Well, if I do, you actually get paid for your own efforts. I see sales every day from people on my team from their own efforts. I don't make anything from that. They make it. That's how it should be. You shouldn't be making somebody else rich. You should be getting your own self that way. This lady that I'm talking about in Africa, she's doing better than me right now. I have a bad month every now and then. That doesn't matter. She's having an amazing one, all because of her efforts. And really, it's as simple as she decided to get started, and she changed her mindset from, oh my goodness, this isn't going to work, to I'm going to figure out how to make this work because I have seen it work for other people. And I'm going to follow the proven steps to success. There's really simple formulas, just like ILT, invest, learn, teach. You invest your time, you learn a skill, and then you teach that to others, and you get it. Yeah, you put in the work. You get paid for the efforts that you put in. That is it. Now, literally, like I said, you go to my site, it's going to enter your information. Here's the coolest thing, right? It doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you go to 20tofreedom.com, we're just going to throw that in there. 20, the letter 20, to freedom.com. If you go there, it's going to bring up a page that you can enter your name, email, and phone number. Now, if you are in the US, I'm not going to text anybody that's not, but if you are in the US and you go to that site and you enter your name and email and phone number, it's going to send me a message and I'll be able to talk to you right after this live. I'll be able to text you person to person. Like, where else online have you ever seen something where somebody can actually text you? If you're in a different country, I'll email you, because I don't want to pay the fees to text somebody from another country, right? But I'll email you. Where else would you be able to go somewhere, see somebody on a live like this, right? And then go to a website and then have me actually get in contact with you right after. How cool is that? And how do you think being able to be successful online would make you if I gave you that ability for free? If I said, you know what, if you decided you wanted to start working with me today, I'll give you that same ability for free. I'll give you that app. Do you think that would help you out? Do you think that value to you would help you be successful? I know it will, because I've seen people do it if they're willing to put in the work, like you said. I know it will. But do you think it will? Because that's really what matters. That's really what matters, is what you think is possible. You have to ask yourself two questions. Am I willing to do something? And am I able to do something? And literally, it only takes three things. I've got it down to where it literally only takes three things for you to be successful online and actually earn an income. It takes a mobile device like what you're watching me on right now with an internet connection. Doesn't matter if it's mobile data, doesn't matter if it's Wi-Fi, you just have to have a connection, right? You need an hour a day. That's it, an hour a day. And I even teach you how to fit that into your day. If you have a busy job, if you have a busy schedule, you're a single mom. I've seen retirees, single moms, single dads, busy parents that work 2-3 jobs doing this. And actually this week, one of my team members retired her husband because this is what she does full time. She does it free advertising, doesn't pay for training, didn't pay for the app, didn't pay for anything but the fulfillment company. That's it. No upsells on the back end. No got yous like $10,000 you got to drop to make it work. No fancy courses that you had to pay lots of money for. All that value given for free. Doing that successfully for a little over a year, and she was able to retire her husband. How cool is that? Right? And I have two other teams, members that just bought new houses, 100% financed through what I do. Again, guys, so listen, one other group of letters I wanted to bring to you besides ILT, Invest, Learn, Teach, is IPA. IPA. Because if all that's given to you, yeah, there's something you got to do every day in that hour, right? That hour a day. And that is income producing activities. Like what I'm doing right now. It's free to go live. It's free to show your face online. It's free to do things like that. And oh my goodness, I probably lost a bunch of people like, I can't do that. I can't show my face. I don't get on social media. I don't have a following. Well, stop thinking that that's what you have to have, because this lady from Africa that I was telling you about that got on this morning, she hadn't even been on social media at all. She started her social media accounts in April. Hey, thanks, Willie. I'm glad you're still here, man. She started her social media accounts in April, hadn't posted a single thing. The only thing she used her social media accounts for was looking at funny cat videos because she likes cats, okay? And she started following the formula, started posting. It was a little nervous, right? Wasn't sure what she was doing, wasn't getting that good of engagement. And then she reached out and said, hey, how do I improve? Said, hey, you know what? Why don't you start talking in your videos? She has an accent. People don't really understand her. She was really nervous about talking because the internet can be brutal. The internet can be brutal about people not being perfect. And I mean, did you see that guy on here that was like talking about my eyelashes? You got to have thick skin when you start online. But anyways, so she was a little bit nervous about that. But once she actually got over that fear and started following the formula and started getting herself out there, people were attracted to her. And like I said, she's making sales every single day. Every single day, because we're giving people value instead of gouging them. We're giving people the tools that they need to be successful and rock it. The only thing you have to do is then put in the work. That's it. Put in the work and follow the proven steps. You'll get there. And it's not copying something that a million other people are doing. Instead of that, we teach you a formula like in ILT, IPA, income producing activities. And everybody complicates it, right? If you've ever started something and got scammed, then all of a sudden you put up all these walls and everything gets complicated and you're like, oh my goodness, I can't do anything like that. It's not going to work. And your whole mindset is you've got to protect yourself, right? You're not going to put out any chances because you're putting out so many chances, you've been burned so many times that you are afraid. And then that's how you're looking at it. And if you're looking at it under that light, your mind, see, here's a cool thing about your mind, your ability. Your mind has the ability to whatever you're obsessively thinking about to show you how to make that happen. If you're obsessively thinking about how can I earn more money online, your mind, if you give into what it's showing you and what through your senses, your thoughts, your sight, your smell, all those things, they will actually help you achieve those goals. I'll give you an example that you can relate to, right? Let me anybody here a car guy? Anybody here like cars? Cars, motorcycle? Anybody here? Let me know in the comments. Do you like cars? I like cars. Cars are awesome. I like to collect pictures of cars. I like to drive cool cars. I have a new car. Anyways, yeah, I like cars. Anyway, so I'm going to give you a car example. So let's just say, even if you're not a car guy, I'm pretty sure this works. So if you go buy a new car, right, or all of a sudden you're interested in a car, then when you start driving around for the next, I don't know, day, 3 month, all of a sudden you see that model or that color of car everywhere. It's not that it didn't exist before, but your mind wasn't paying attention to it. Your subconscious wasn't showing you that those things existed. And so you didn't pay attention to it. Today, I was coming home from an appointment. I saw a van drive by that said mobile RV detailing. And I was like, I'd never even heard of that. What the crap is mobile RV detailing? And the van was kind of old and dusty, looked like it'd been around for a while. I just never noticed it. But guess what? I just bought a new RV. And I go out camping with my family. And so because I have a new RV, all of a sudden I'm seeing RV things, right? Just like the car. If you are interested in a new car, a new motorcycle, you start seeing them all over the place. So it's the same thing. If you can switch your mindset to how can I earn an income online and make it work because I know it's possible. I see people doing it. I have neighbors. I have, other people I see online. How can I do that? You can be drawn to things that'll help you do that. And if you get scammed, then that's just experience. Move on. You don't have to stay in that, And that's why I want to give you value. Like I said, the app. I give you an app for free. If you start working online with me today, I give you the app for free. I give you the training for free. I give you live training 3 times a week for free so that you can get in the right mindset. You can stay connected. Have you ever heard the expression birds of a feather flock together? Because you are the essence of the 5 people that you stay close to. If you are close to 5 people that are making money online, like staying connected on a live and paying attention to people that are actually doing it, you will become the 6th. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It is science. It is going to happen. If you stay at it, it is going to happen. You decide you want to do something, you have the power to do it. As long as you stay at it, you can make it happen. And that's really the message I wanted to give to you guys today. So, hey, Willie, you especially, thanks for staying on the live. Hope to see you next time. And hey, listen, everybody that's still here, if there's nothing else that you do for me today, go to my profile and give me a follow. Okay? It's free to do, help support the channel, and I genuinely appreciate it. Not going to cost you anything. Tap me a follow. Thanks. And then, hey, next time I go live, let's go. Oh, and I'm thinking about taking these lives, downloading them, putting them on YouTube so that you can watch them later. Was that a good idea? I think that's a good idea. That's another little tidbit, by the way, for maximizing your time online. Hey, Kai. Hey, anything for Salinas? Yeah. So if you can go into the Live Center and you can download your live videos and then, hey, put that on YouTube as a playlist. And then, again, you're now, I just taught you something. So I learned something, ILT, right? Invest your time, learn something, teach it to somebody else, and that's value. That's value. I put that on YouTube. Somebody else is going to be like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. They start getting views. Their YouTube could be monetized. They could be getting paid just from that. You know what? I make 3 to 5 little videos every single day that are like 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and I post them to Facebook. You know what? I'm monetized. I was monetized within the first month. I make more than $20 a month just from that. Sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's 60. I've even seen as much as 100. It goes up and down. But the average is like $30 to $40 a month just for doing that. Hey, guess what? I'm not trying to improve Jesus, or I'm not trying to get his approval for my beard. I'm trying to get my wife's, and she likes this size. So that's what I do. So hey, XDFF, what's your real name so I can address you properly? Type your real name, I'd like to know. And let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're tuning in from, man. But yeah, hey, the reason for this right here, this is what she likes, man. So that's what we do. And it's less maintenance for me. Yeah, I know, dude. Like I said, hey, if you're doing something online, you got to have thick skin. You got to have thick skin. And you know what? I'm going to give you some other advice. Who knows what ChatGTP is? Anybody here know what ChatGTP is? The AI text learning tool. Anybody knows what that is? Yeah? So let me give you a hint online. right? So if you are an online entrepreneur and you start getting rude comments, your first reaction is to like defend yourself, right? You're going to defend yourself. You're going to like attack back or whatever, and it never goes good, right? It never goes good. No, it never goes good to do that to other people. You got to be nice, right? But you gotta respond, because a lot of these platforms want you to respond, and they want you to be respectful to other people. So one of the things that I like to use ChatGPT for, I'm from Arizona, by the way. I'm sitting here in Casa Grande. It's in between Tucson and Phoenix. Love it. A little bit warm. Yeah. But anyways, I go into ChatGPT and I'll be like, hey, you know what? I'm a small business owner. I make money online. I have this, rude fellow that just made this comment on my live or my posts or whatever. This is what he said. This is what I said. This is my post was. How do I respond? And ChatGPT will put me a really nice professional response that covers all the bases, make sure that they're respected, I'm respected, their time isn't wasted, my time is awesome. And I can even get a little rude with ChatGPT, right? I can be like, make it shorter, dude. And it will. It'll make it a little shorter for me and spit it out. It's cool. I can use it for all kinds of things. You know what else I do? And I'm going to give it a little secret, because this is something that not even a lot of people on my team even know, right? A lot of my training, I actually, in the videos, give you a document that you can follow that gives you, more study material so you can learn from what I'm giving to you for free. You can actually have a document that you can go study and print out. So I take that document and I'll go put it in ChatGPT, and I'll say, hey, based on this, formula, then what if you shot me a script for, this advertisement or this video or this thing I want to do for my business based on this document? And it'll be like, boop, takes a couple seconds, spits it out. And if I don't like it, I can be like, change it a little bit. Like, make it a little more, friendly, or make it a little more Southern sounding, or make it a little more this or that. It'll do it. It's the coolest thing. It's the coolest thing. So, hey, listen, I appreciate all of your all's time. I'm probably going to download this video, put it on my YouTube. If you haven't yet, feel free to give me a follow on this channel so that you be alerted when I go live. I have a crazy schedule, so I don't really have an exact time that I go live to teach you guys something. And also go to my YouTube after I make the playlist. I'll let you know once that's done, and you can check me out there. So, hey, have a beautiful day. If you want to chat more, you want to chat with me personally, go find me on Facebook. iRobyK on Facebook. I think I have a page, Success with Leroy, as well on Facebook. Go find me there. Hit me up a chat. Let's chat. All right. Have a beautiful day, y'all. Thanks. Hey, anything for Salinas. God bless you as well. Thanks, Willie. You're the best. See you guys.